everyone, and welcome to Arteagan Daily Bread, your spiritual board meeting for Thursday, June 11th, 2020. I am your Madam President of the Arteagan, Natalee, spelled Natalee. Feel free to stay for all of the psychic tarot and astrology reports. Feel free to skip ahead as you are guided. Welcome. I officially call this meeting to order. President's Report. Let it be the Venus-Chiron sextile that I'm most excited about for today. We do have Sun square Neptune along with that third quarter moon in Pisces that is tickling the Neptune and Mars in Pisces. So this is all coming down from the penumbral lunar eclipse in Sagittarius that we recently, I want to say popped, but experienced and are still experiencing, and this is still the time when things are not all clear. So what I want to steer you towards is to act in your highest dignity, your highest integrity, because you might believe you have leverage or an upper hand, and it's either going to look bad on you, or you'll learn that you didn't have the upper hand at the time that you were making moves or saying things or something. So it doesn't mean you can't communicate or that you shouldn't communicate something very strongly even. It's just to be a little bit more specific and careful in regards to how it's coming across or how you're saying it, I guess. So I feel like you'll be able to better interpret that message as it applies to your situation. Astrology Report. The sun is in 21 degrees Gemini, the moon is in 2 degrees Pisces, Mercury 13 degrees Cancer, we're in the shadow period. Venus is retrograding already, she is moving backwards, apparently from our position on planet Earth, in 8 degrees of Gemini. Mars is in 19 degrees Pisces. Jupiter is retrograding in 26 degrees Capricorn. Saturn is retrograding in 1 degree 11 minutes in Aquarius. Any portalers, anyone that needs to go through a portal, Saturn will let you go. Uranus is in 9 degrees Taurus. Neptune's in 20 degrees Pisces. Pluto is retrograding in 24 degrees Capricorn. So the moon will continue its voidness, its void of courseness, until about 2:31 a.m. Pacific time, where she will then enter the sign of Pisces. That's the sign that she's going to quarter moon crisis in. So remember, the quarter moons are crisis in action, crisis in consciousness. So this is all to wrap this up. Whatever the axis, that area of life that this is happening for you, and this is really about tying up loose ends and bringing resolution, bringing closure to these matters. And this is just another small step in that larger process. And while this is going on in this very concentrated couple of areas in your life, in this T-square, and even the 4 points, because that's where we focus, is the opposite of the focal point of that T-square. In this case, it's Virgo. So you're going to want to be analytical and methodical and detail-oriented to feel better about this, even though you're still not going to have the answers. While this is all taking place in those concentrated areas of life, there are the larger revolutions happening in your life that are taking places over longer periods of time, such as Jupiter and Pluto and Capricorn and Uranus and Taurus and stuff. So with the sun square to Neptune this morning, we can feel drained or deflated. There could be a disappointment coming in. There could be a circumstance that challenges your agenda or challenges you getting what you want in some way, or sort of just bursts your bubble on like how you saw someone or what you thought of someone. There could be a little bit of the rose-colored glasses being like ripped off your face, kind of a feeling. For those of you where there's nothing quite that dramatic going on, this could be a general lack of inspiration for life. This could be reality not really measuring up to your ideals or what you really want, or just bland. It could be lacking inspiration. For others, it could make you feel very uncertain, very sort of paranoid, but more neurotic than paranoid. More, that's if you're resisting this spiritual energy. If you're resisting the spiritual energy, people are going to be tweaking out because they're not going to know what to do when they don't know what to do, and when they're feeling uncertain. They don't know how to try and tap into the flow of their life and the energies of the collective and the certainty of the universe and the universal truths. They're just spiraling. They're just like, ah, okay? So if you go with the flow, you're going to be okay. You might be without direction temporarily. So if you're doubting, if you're like that, you're like, well, you're floating in the universe, that's okay too. You're going to come back down. You're going to come back into the Arteagan. You're going to come back to the channel. You're going to come back to the truths that you know. You're going to come back to the wisdom of all of those painful experiences that you've been through in your life that support what you do know, that does support the truth that you've discovered and built for yourself and how you've aligned to that. So it's okay if you're having that moment of, floating, that you're just floating. It's just to serve you. If that's resonating for you, that's just to serve you meeting your spiritual needs before moving forward. So if you do have a freak out, that's all that is. That's just like a check-in for you. And just a little tune-up, just a little energetic exercise to get you to tune yourself up before you move forward. Okay? Cool. Now, the Venus-Chiron sextile, that's more pain. It's more pain, especially since Venus is already very not visible and debilitated and weak and uncomfortable and that's like thinking you're going to go into a fight after you've already... It's like when you're watching an action movie and the hero and the heroine's already gone through all the fighting. Like there's 4 different levels of fights. They fought in the parking lot, they fought in the factory, then they fought in the car, then they fought in the car chase, and they fought on the rooftop. Then they meet the big villain. It's like, aren't you tired? Are you tired? Like, can we take a break? It's like, that's how I feel with Venus right now in Gemini, retrograde. It's like she's already tired. She's already not comfortable. She's already, right when it was getting good, right? She's already feeling off her game. She's already feeling not her sparkliest. And then she's involved in this fight with Mars, Neptune, the moon. She's there with the sun. I feel like she just didn't want anything to do with it, and she just found herself like in this struggle. Anyway, so I feel this reaching out. Chiron's like, hello, or to Matilda. Chiron's like, I'll help you. You're going through some pain. That's my thing. Come on, lean into it, Venus. Lean into it. Lean into it. Just lean into it. Lean into it. And I'll show you the value of going through it. And that's where you can have some healing. You can be a little bit more open to hearing from other people or hearing someone out. It can help strengthen you. And what you're communicating, what you're speaking, the energy that you're putting out, the vibe you're putting out, could have some healing power at this time. Especially if you have that natally, or if that's activating your chart, like very specifically. So you could be soft. You could be softened. Now with that Sun square Neptune, be careful who you put yourself around, or be careful of the environments you put yourself around. Be careful of the social media and the internet and the news and all the different energy matrices that you put your energy into. Let's zoom out a little bit. Globally, we're seeing all of this in terms of maturation and the true progression of humanity. America feels this as a continuing pressure to lawfully align with the ideals that we say we as an American people believe in. And personally, behaviors changing to accommodate an updating world according to the values of the people and according to our own personal individual values. So relationships break and others strengthen. Speaking of strengthen, that's your psychic, it's spiritual strength. That's what it is. That's what it is right now. It's the spiritual strength right now of already feeling like your world was falling apart before the real world started falling apart, before 2020. So this is going to be more of a cakewalk for you. It's part of the magic trick. She's been talking to me about that I haven't watched it like at all. I just put it up there. The COVID-19's a magic trick, that one. And she keeps saying that there's the other part of the magic trick. Like there's like she tries to explain this like multi-level or step magic trick. And COVID was like one turn of it, and that it's this ongoing, it's weird, but it's spiritual strength. Your spiritual strength. That's the magic trick. Eclipses are magic tricks. Eclipses have, you won't know how an eclipse was for you kind of until later. Like right now, look back to the December 25th, January 10th pair of eclipses in Cancer Capricorn. Because that's months to unfold. What was really at the forefront of your attention at that time? And how important is it to you now? We're going to take a look at this. This is a pretty powerful first card. The first energy out's a page. A little bitty page with a little sword in his hand. That'll be great to go into, to like zoom into. Oh my God, so this is spiritual strength. Someone's holding out, someone's using their spiritual strength before they know for sure, before they have all the answers. So that's why they're in this super secret scorpionic spy card. Because the little pieces of information probably about you that they're gathering is feeding their spiritual strength. So the vibe you put out is really important. I mean, it always is. 10 of Pentacles. I'm getting what goes around comes around, but positive. Like coming full. Oh, that's it. The chicken's coming home to roost. That's what it is. With that card. That energy is coming out. Interesting. Interesting energy. Justice and the Eight of Pentacles with the Strength and the Queen of Cups. Wow. This is some spiritual strength. This is a believer. This is a believer right here. Someone believes with their whole heart. This is so much heart right here. Leo energy, doesn't have to be, but that strength with that Queen of Chalices, that Queen of all of the cups, the Queen of the Holy Grail. She is the Holy Grail. Somebody loves you, or you love somebody or something. You love your life first. You love your life. It's like you are pushing forward. You have. I mean, that's like your what you do, what you've been doing, with the sheer force of your heart. And holding out for justice, like going long without justice too, I'm getting from you. Going long without us, or at least a sense of that just the right thing was done. Going even despite that. Faith, belief, trust. I'm taking all of it. It's 4 cards. The World, the 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Staves, and the Tower. Dun, dun, dun. 9 of Cups, 3 of Swords under that. We're just going to leave it there, though. I'm going to start clarifying some of this. I've been doing this one big knock. Feels good. The Tower, the Ace of Wands, it is a pen. It is a pen. The 3 of Pentacles, and the World. High stakes. High stakes. High stakes. Tell me about this Page of Swords. Tell me about this. Why? King of Staves, 10 of Staves. They want to act and they can't, so they watch. They want to move, but they can't, so they watch you. Most likely. Or you them. They. Feel free to correct me in the comments below. Let's take a look at the 10 of Pentacles. That was quick. 6. Ooh! The 6 of Staves, the 8 of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Wow, someone is ready to... high stakes. Someone, this is like the rest of someone's life. This is the rest of someone's life. And it works. It works because they do follow their heart. Oh, it's you. It's you. It's whoever. There's a spiritual strength. And this is being, you're letting yourself be pulled to your destiny, not resisting it. They're not resisting it. They're letting themselves go, follow. But I feel like they want to already, but someone here can't yet. Let's take, my nose is stuffy. Sorry. Let's take a look at all this. This is that spiritual strength. Spiritual strength. This Queen of Cups. Justice. It could be a real legal matter, like something that you've been tied up in court for a long time, tied up in fees. The Star and the Strength under that, and the Death, and the High Priestess, and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God. You know what's meant for you. I should have called it. I should have called it. Why haven't I been doing that? I'm not going to tell you what I called, but here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. And you guys saw me shuffling, like all of that movement, your energy brought this forward. All of this powerful, destined, oh my God, like, oh my God, you know this has been worth the spiritual strength. That's you. That's you. You have the spiritual strength to walk away from it all, to walk towards your destiny. You have the spiritual strength to walk forward, not knowing for certain how. And someone's watching you do this. That's what this is. This is your destiny. You've known it all along. You've known this all along. That's what gives you the spiritual strength, is your destiny. Knowing that through every death energy, that it was somehow part of the plan. Not the plan like it was planned out, that it was part of your maturation process, that plan. You're a very inner, you know yourself, you know timing, you know it's only divine timing, it's only a matter of time before it's go time. And you've been like locked up, almost like a tiger in a cage, through all your struggles and through all your obstacles. And you had the spiritual strength knowing that you're this. You've been tapped in for a long time. Even while growing, learning your lessons, like a vegetable growing in a drawer in the dark. Dang. It's totally a timing thing. It's totally timing. It's just divine timing. You're getting close. If not, it's here. This is interesting. This is a special reading. This is a special one. Yeah. There's been like almost all injustice for you, and hard work and toil, and you somehow made the most of it. But there's Queen, and then there's this creature. There's strong, and then there's this force. You like grew through everything that was holding you back personally. That's what this is. You grew through it. You went through all the pain and you grew through it. You're like, okay, if I gotta change, I gotta change. If I have to let this go, I have to let this go. If I have to let this person go, I have to let this person go. If I have to get rid of this about myself, I have to get rid of this about myself. Like, you could be a Scorpio, sun, moon, rising. It could be a Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. What else do I see here? It could even be Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, or Leo, sun, moon, rising. Okay, doesn't have to be. And I never really say that, but let's take a look at all this down here. Now, I feel like that's what's cooking. remember how I started this with there's like all these revolutions happening in your life, like these little concentric circles spinning within each other? I'm sorry, I'm losing all the light. This is one of the wheels. This is one of the revolutions. This is like the one of the wider revolutions. This is what's happening in your life. Your life is changing, and you're being pulled towards this, and you know it too. But this is an event. Okay, this is like an actual event. So, okay, I will get some light. Let me see if I can change it before I get into this. Give me a second. Okay, so I just didn't put it like super close. Sorry, guys. I'm like, I know. Anyway, so let's take a look at this. This is the event. This is the thing. This is a thing. This is something. This could actually be like a very forceful birth for you. The birth of like the next era of your life. And it could be connected with some sort of professional opportunity. It could be this person trying to extend an offer to you or extend some kind of support. I'm not really getting love. We'll get clearer. Tell me about the Tower. She wants a different deck. Hold on. Stand by. Here we go. She wants the Rider die. Rider Waite. Tell me about the Tower, the Ace of Staves, Three of Pentacles, the World. This is the last event to close a deep issue of spiritual poverty. And it's when it really happens. It's when you sign the contract to your dream job. It's when you sign your $1 million client. It's when it's this, Mariah Carey has her pair of Converse sneakers. It was the only pair of shoes she had. Now she's got like thousands of pairs of shoes. But she has that pair and she remembers it's her, that version of her first record signing, her first, that's what this is. You were at one point, you could have come from poverty. You could have come from lower middle class. You could have come from, you could be marginalized for some reason, for being anything not super establishment. And you could have really suffered. Hello, oh, so hi. Hello. I'm working. See? Can you hear him? I'm working, I cannot play. No, I cannot. You're making me feel guilty. Go lay down. Go on, go lay down. I can't play. I can't play right now, I'm working. Go on, go away. I cannot play. I can't play. I cannot play. Go. He can feel me. Okay. So, I'm so sorry. This is like animals. I feel like you had more challenges than how hard something already is, than how hard life already is. I feel like you had additional challenges. You could have even like had some sort of, I'm trying to be so delicate when I say this. You could have had like a disorder or something, like my lisp. It could be anything like that, from something really serious to having, like, I don't know, some sort of huge personality disorder or like that. It's something. But I feel like you were the total underdog of underdogs of life. Or you felt that way, or you felt like an orphan, or like, it doesn't have to just be financial poverty. And when it kind of came out, it kind of spun like a little bit. It's in reverse. It's gonna always be with you, the experience. Like, this part of your life is over, is ended, but that's why it's coming up like a tower, because it's gonna be like a tidal wave, just like hitting you. Like, you've held on for so long through so much, and that's why the injustice was coming up, because you've been, okay, it's like going so long on your faith alone, and then all of a sudden you just fall through to the other side of life, and it's like what you always knew it was. But for you, this is no different than you following your intuition in the past and encountering a disappointment, that it wasn't all the times that you thought it was this, breakthrough. So for you, yeah, it could be the breakthrough moment, or it could be another disaster. But you follow your intuition either way, and you know that whatever happens, you alchemize, you build yourself back up, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're not really ready. Not, let's say you're not really ready for this, but you're not really, when you see it happen, when you see this happen, you'll know that it really is the end of having to be this kind of strong. You won't have to be this kind of strong. Like real end of finish line type energy here. Especially with the world. Especially with the world. Tell me more about the King of Wands. Who is this person watching you? Not creepy at all, Scorpio. Not creepy at all. Not creepy at all. So this person, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, could be watching you and wanting to be your friend, wanting to be your lover, wanting to be your spouse forever and ever and always, wanting to be your family. But they're going through something on their own as an individual that they've got to finish and resolve and end. They have to put an end to their struggle, their burdens emotional, psychological, financial, exhaustive, career related or otherwise, they have to do it though. They have to put an end to it because they're the ones taking on all these burdens. Okay? So if someone's not approaching you, they haven't made you the priority. And they're watching you. I hope they get to you before you pop. I hope they get to you before you just... For those of you who are artists specifically, the Three of Pentacles is a whole other level of artist where you're getting monetarily compensated for the art that you're making, which is a whole separate category than artists, than just artists that create art. So this is this huge, like, huge commission, huge, you know, you're going to sing the Super Bowl, you're going to be the XYZ. When was the last time we channeled this? Oh, that was weird. Because I don't know if you will believe their sincerity. If you come out like the coolest underdog ever. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles. Let's keep going. Let's tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles. What are we walking towards here? Ace of Pentacles. Oh, really? It's everything you've ever manifested for yourself. It's all of your, it's everything behind this Ace of Pentacles, the Magician, Temperance, and Six of Cups. That's what you're walking towards. You manifested this opportunity. You manifested. And I feel like you were very balanced. I feel like you were charming, really sincere, sweet, balanced, calm, kind, giving. And if you hadn't, or if you haven't yet, you can do that now. You can make yourself endearing and inspire people to see your humanity and manifest. That leads to the world's changing in that way. Oh, I wish I can talk more about that, but it's not. No. You manifested it. This is you. This is all you. You manifested with your, I don't know, angel higher self, with universe. You manifested with the energies, part of what you tap into spiritually for your spiritual strength. You also tap into to manifest, and so you do. And so it shows up and you're like, I gotta answer the call. I gotta walk towards my destiny. Let's take a look at just the Tower. Tell me about the Tower, just the Tower. I like lightning. Something is ending though. Dang. Dang. You guys. This could even be like someone's representative, someone's lawyer approaches you and has some news in very black and white terms and very official. What is that? That's your confirmation. I've never heard that animal in my life. That they bring you very official communication. That's why. That's how you know that this is the end. Because of how legit, and I should say legitimate. That's how you know that this is the end of having to be, oopsie. Oh, hold on, I lost our queen. Of having to be this strong. Boop, 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 boop. Of having to be this strong. And actually, that kind of is more befitting. It's like you drop the weight. You drop all of this, holding out strength, working hard, and hoping for justice. You get to drop all that. And you know you can just like move through the world a little bit freer. That's how you know it's the end of having to be that strong, because of how official and legitimate this is. This offer to be part of something, to work, to collaborate. To totally walk away from the 8 cups, which would be you totally putting a tower moment to that life. This is really big. Oh, I said that already. And I'm like, this is someone's changing their life. This is someone changing their life. Yeah, I hope whoever this King of Wands is, I hope they get to you before your life changes completely, because they're either going to get over they're going to unload their own burdens and approach you before your world changes, and they get to like go with you. Or maybe they're not meant to. I don't know. I don't know who that is. They don't seem connected to what's going on in your life. They are just like watching. They're just someone watching you from the outside. I just feel like after this happens, after your manifestations come in, I just don't feel like you'll trust anyone. Because there's some money here. Like, there's some big money here. There's money here. I don't know if you're going to feel... I don't know how you're going to feel about that. About people just, like, coming into your energy field all of a sudden, you know? Let's get Oracle. Let's get Oracle. This is... You'll have to tell us how this goes. If this is you, my love, let us know how this goes and tell us what this was really all about. The rest of us would like to know the details, the juicy, juicy details of the situation. Let us know how this unfolds. Very eclipsey. I know what the King of Wands is now. They're re-queening the hive. Why would I do that to myself? I didn't. It's what it is, though. And I just looked at the bottom of the deck. It's my R's and my Q's and my W's. This King of Wands is re-queening his hive. Doesn't matter. Don't pay attention to gender. Bottom of the deck, 1 in 10 billion. Rare, unique. They are re-queening their hive, taking out their queen, putting you in, because you are special. You're special. You're special. One in 10 billion. So that's I hate to say it that way, but they're probably like unloading their other marital responsibilities. It's gonna take some time, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's just like a really clear message, though. Let's put that over here. I mean, you are. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Hold on. I'm hearing some of this conversation. This can be kind of unfortunate because, like, let's say you are an artist. Let's say you're a painter. Because I'm getting someone paints or draws or something with this magician energy. Like, I don't know, you could draw, you could paint, you could do videos. There's something visual there, though. But let's just say you're an artist. Let's say you right? Say you're a musician, painter. Sorry, I can't pick anything. This person sees this in you. They see all of this potential, all of this, like, art, all of this strength. They really do. I think they do. They're spying on you. So it looks better if they talk to you before this opportunity knocks on your door and your life changes forever. But I heard part of, for some of you, it'll be after this all happens. They're going to tell you that they knew it was in you all along. They're going to say stuff like that. They're going to say, I always believed in you. I always knew you were special. I always knew that you were going to, like, make it if you're like a musician or something. They're going to tell you all of that. And I'm going to tell you that they did have the intention of leaving their past behind to support you in some way. For some of you, yes, to love you and all that jazz. But they ran out of time. And you had your destiny to answer to. So some of you, it's going to be different. For some of you, you and this person and your karma between them, they will reach you before your world changes. And that's part of your karmic path with them. And then you guys go down that road together. And then some of you, it is meant to be after the fact, where they do run out of time, and you are meant to walk forward totally alone, where you don't take anyone with you or anything like that. You don't do that in the other scenario either, if that's how the energies are playing out. It's not like you're taking them with you. They just got their chance to tell you everything you already knew and believed in about yourself before it was proved. That's what it is. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. You and your loved ones are safe at the bottom of the deck. That's interesting. Give me a moment. There's a secret little magic trick here somewhere. It's the balance of having spiritual strength and enjoying little moments in every single day. That's what this is. You and your loved ones are safe. Enjoy that. Enjoy that peace of mind. Don't take that for granted. You know you have your destiny. You know you have your John Connor destiny to answer to. You know you have your Mariah Carey destiny to answer to. I love doing personal readings for artists. It's really interesting. It's really fascinating. It's really interesting. Mostly musicians. Mostly musicians. I haven't had any painters yet. I've had about, I think maybe 6 to 10 musicians, personal readings. So if that's you, if you're of that, if that resonates with you, you know this. So enjoy your life. Enjoy every moment of it. Don't take it for granted. And it'll be here before you know it. Divine Feather. White turkey. This is about the earth. The power to heal the earth is within you. Dang. This is big for somebody. Oh. Power to heal the earth is within you, that little turkey. I feel like I am connecting to someone who, through whatever you do, whatever you create, whatever ideas you have, whatever it is that you have been doing, that you do now, that you will do in the future, it will benefit the earth. It'll benefit the planet. It'll benefit humanity in some way, shape, or form. So it doesn't have to be through art. It doesn't have to be through agriculture, architecture. You are all too unique and too. I have too much respect for you as individuals, and that's another good reminder. There's 3 other cards that I have to read, by the way, that fell out as well. This one is the one that fell face up, so it's the most important. My examples and all of our examples, tarot readers, psychic tarot readers, it's just meant to stimulate your own triggerings of what it is, of what it could be, because the universe is so much more creative than we can be at bringing your destiny to you, manifesting with you, co-creating with you. So just try to grasp the energies as we describe them, or as I describe them, since I'll just speak for myself here. All right, your other 3 cards are Owl. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. Look what we were talking about, your spiritual strength, everything that you already know. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. You're walking towards something. You're walking towards it. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. Follow your inner wisdom. I would recommend to go a little slow at the time right now because of the energies. Whew. Crane. You will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity bless this union. This is for those of you where your King of Wands drops the last burden, drops the last burdens. And when they drop it, it'll be dropped for good forever. And they will cease watching you, and they will, they'll do what they got to do. You will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity bless this union. Lastly, you have the Cardinal. Beautiful red feather. Stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. So not only are you part of some freaking Fellowship of the Ring, guild of what have you, you're the leader of it. You're the leader of it. Stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. See it in your mind's eye. You have been this entire time. You've been believing. You've been having spiritual strength. You've been fueling this destiny with your spirituality and your spirit. You have a very, whoever this resonates for, your body is just, it's crystal. Your spirit is so strong. Your spirit is what's incredible about you, for what it's carried this body through, for what it's you see that in people. You see the force of their spirit, and it's like, oh my goodness. I feel like that when I'm watching like a Christina Aguilera or a Ariana Grande, like these little bodies, these powerful voices that just like explode out of them. It's this force, it's this spirit, it's this, I mean, it's so incredible to watch. It's just, but these little bodies, little people, you know, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's cool. Whoa. Okay. Soulmate, yes. This is your soulmate. This King of Wands is your soulmate. I hope he makes it. I hope he makes it. And for the reverse, I hope she makes it. I hope she makes it. But don't be too bummed if they don't, because then you have the other karma to work out with them of going it alone, and then they drop their burdens and then they come to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's your soulmate though. Oh. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. See, this, we wouldn't be channeling this energy if it was not to come very soon for you. For me, very soon, I feel like that's within 2020. I feel like that's within the next 6 months. Because you've been holding on in the spiritual strength for who knows how long, for years and years and years and years. You know what I'm saying? So you concentrate on what you're being pulled towards. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. That's all you have. You just keep doing what you've been doing, really. That's really it. Oh my God. Thank you for giving me that cool energy to channel. That was fun. That concludes our tarot report, my loves. Whew. That feels good, though. That feels really resolved. I feel like we did a lot of really great energy work exploring all of that. So you know what to do. And you should feel good. You should feel really solid moving forward, okay? Okay. Correspondence. My email is thefirst@arteagan@gmail.com, so feel free to reach out with any suggestions for the channel or just drop a note to say hello. Thank you for all the good karma donations. Thank you so much. Thank you. Old business. May 2020 Tarot Talk is finally up and available. I'm sorry it took so long. It didn't record. We did it live. It was really, really fun. We got to do spreads and interpretations, and I answered questions. It was really fun. So I just re-recorded my presentation. It's actually an hour and 11 seconds long for anyone that's looking for a portal to go through. So it's available for purchase on the website. It is also included in the Kings and Queens and above tier in Patreon. So if you're interested in getting more of these vibes, head over to Patreon and check it out. Patreon.com/thearteagan. New business, June Practical Magic Level 1 will need to be pre-recorded, need to be a pre-recorded presentation in order to stay on schedule. You see how I got off track with May's Tarot Talk, and so in order to stay on schedule and not fall behind. So expect that to go out today. And that's about it. Thank you again for your support, for this good karma exchange. I consider it an honor to serve you with my channeled messages, and I am grateful every single day for that honor. As you can see, it's readings like this that make me feel like I'm on my own right track, and you're part of my track. So thank you for this. Thank you. I can't thank you enough for your support, except to tell you that it means the world to me. It really does. Okay, my loves, until tomorrow, many, many, many blessings upon your heads. Meeting adjourned. I love you guys. Mwah.